Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, another new day. Let us make it more meaningful because time has no holiday, dreams have no expiry date, and life has no pause button. Science explains humanity, the understanding of the natural works, while technology discusses the ability to manipulate the natural world. The growth, peace, and security of a nation is directly related to the development of science and technology. Realizing this, modern India has had a strong focus on science and technology. It plays a fundamental role in wealth creation, improvement of the quality of life, real economic growth of society. Keeping this in mind, Annam Faculty of Science is organizing a two-day IQAC enabled and DST Purse 2 sponsored 2 days international virtual conference on role and impact of science and technology in the development of India 75. On behalf of Annamalai University and the organizing team, a warm welcome to all present virtually. Let God's blessings be bestowed on all of us. Let's start the program with prayer. Prayer by Vijaya Madam. Vijaya Madam. Vijaya? Madam, on பண்ணுங்க.
Pravina madam?
Yes. Start with the prayer song.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கிழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதிர் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you, Madam. A renowned mathematics professor, very popular among the various universities in Tamil Nadu, a teacher with passion for teaching, life member of the Indian Academy of Mathematics, soft-spoken, easily approachable, is Madam Vimla P. Lecturer, Dean Faculty of Science, the conference director. It is her methodical way of getting things done that has enabled this program to see the light of the day. Madam will now welcome the gathering. Madam, please.
A very good morning to one and all present here today. It's my pleasure to welcome all the participants gathered for this two-day international conference on role and impact of science and technology in the development of India 75. On behalf of the organizing committee and the sponsors IQAC and DST Purse 2. It's my honor to welcome the dynamic Vice Chancellor of Bharatiyar University, Coimbatore, Professor Kaliraj sir, who readily accepted our invitation to inaugurate and deliver the inaugural address and also to share his knowledge and vast experience to all the participants despite his very busy schedule. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation. We welcome you to this conference. It's my privilege to welcome Professor M. Srinivasan, member of the Vice Chancellor Committee, Dean Faculty of Marine and Syndicate member of Annamalai University, for this two-day conference and for his support and guidance as he supports us always. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation to deliver the presidential address.
Thank you, madam.
It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all the head of the departments of Faculty of Science, all the faculty members of our university, directors of IQACA, DRD, their placement. Welcome you all, sir. It's my pleasure to welcome all the eminent speakers from different walks of life who have readily accepted our invitation to deliver special lectures. As we know that development of science and technology in India after independence for the past 75 years started from Kandan, Vishwamitra, Professor C.V. Raman, and last but not the least, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. India comprising of 70% of world's population is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. After nearly 2 centuries of British rule, India gained its independence in 1947. The British left India as a poor, dependent, underdeveloped, socially and economically backward nation. It was the vision of Pandit Nehru, the first Prime Minister of independent India, and the need of India at the time led to the foundation of Indian Institute of Technology in 1950 after only 3 years of independence. These institutes with scientific with help from international institutions promoted research in India. The first Prime Minister also aimed to inculcate the scientific temper among Indians. Science was merely not an individual search for truth. It was something infinitely more than that. It was to work as one community. The development of scientific research and natural resources was also set up during his period. The Council of Scientific Industrial Research, CSIR, expanded, and it was first initiated this Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award, who is also popularly known as the father of Indian research and research laboratories. So with this brief introduction, I hope that this two-day conference will help you develop to new horizons of the future of science. I would like to conclude by encouraging the participants to participate with an increasing number in all discussions through this digital platform for the next 2 days. I wish you all a successful and fruitful conference. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Madam. Professor M. Srinivasan, Dean Faculty of Marine Science, Member Syndicate member, is a stalwart in the field of marine sciences. His area of specialization are aquaculture, fishery science, and environmental science. He is a life member in Indian Asian Fisheries Society, Mangalore, life member in the Marine Biological Association of Cochin, life member in Indian Science Academy, Calcutta. He has received the Leadership for Academic Program Award USA from the Okia State University. His research contributions are noteworthy and has projects running around several crores to his credit. He has produced 20 PhDs and MPhil under his able guidance. Sir will now offer the presidential address. Sir, please.
Good morning to all of you. I'm very happy to welcome Vice Chancellor of Bharatiyar University, for this international webinar. And he is well known to us, to our Faculty of Marine Science. And while he was in the biotechnology department, we had a collaboration project with some of the professors like Somasundram in the DBT. And I welcome and appreciate the organizers for this wonderful day, especially Science Dean and also our beloved authorities, Registrar, Academic Directors, Controller of Examination, and of course, all of you know our new Vice Chancellor, Professor R.M. Kadiresan. I spoke to him in the morning, and he also happy to convey his wishes for this international conference. Now, my duty to welcome all the participants, especially the youngsters, research scholars. I can able to see more than 260 participants throughout our country. So, what is in the introduction? They told them my specialization on aquaculture and fishery science. Let me start from that. It's the role of science and technology for the past 75 years in the field of fishery science and aquaculture. First of all, you should know that green revolution, which is because of the contribution of Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, C. Subramaniam and all, then only the hunger after the British or the Bengal regime, several lakhs of people died in our country. Because of the green revolution, we can able to provide food for all the population of our country. Next, coming to the sustainable green revolution. Now, second point is sustainable green revolution with the help of biotechnology. For example, BTech, the genetically modified seeds, and also we have brought so many the disease resistance crops we can able to achieve through ICAR. In the university level, Government of India is spending more money, like RUSA fund is also there, DBT, DST, UGC special grant for encouraging the research scholars to work on different fields of science and technology. And if you just turn back, as Madam told, up to Dr. Abdul Kalam, we have to appreciate ourselves. The milk production in our country is number one. And whenever Dr. Abdul Kalam used to address the Science Congress or any important meeting, he used to tell, we are the number one in milk production. 78 million liters of milk we can able to produce, which is where even we can be able to achieve more than Denmark. Coming to the aquaculture, you know that China is first in fisheries and aquaculture, but we can also now moving towards the blue revolution by way of the ice stock ablation. We can able to induce the fish and shrimps to increase the fecundity, that is egg laying capacity. And now the aquaculture is slowly improved. But of course, in the coastal area, we can able to culture. In freshwater also, we can able to achieve like katla, rohu, mirgal. So this is a highly omega-3 fatty acid. That fish protein and fish nutrition is need to have the immunity for all the human beings. So after the pandemic period, also the technology how improved. We are the role model for more countries. You know, with the help of the Prime Minister and also all the other technology scientists, we can able to get this COVID and Covaxin, and now we are fighting against that coronavirus also. So the role of science and technology in our country is definitely is improving in all the form of the digital India and so on. But when compared to the advancement in countries like China and also Japan, we have to, in my personal view, when I visited other countries, for example, even in Columbus, I have seen more than 70 acres or 80 acres of lands are managed by 2 or 3 farmers only. For those interesting technology, science and technology in US, especially in some of the maize and wheat cultivation, they are far away from our what is the recent technique what we are following in agriculture. And technology also, many countries, which I already told you, in China and Japan, we have to improve more. And this type of conference definitely will pave a way for the young scientists to work towards the improvement in other directions. Or what I mean, we should learn. We should not be satisfied with ourselves. Yes, we have achieved after 75 years. India has achieved that satisfaction. You should not fulfill your mind. You should think that there will be always some urge, always some findings, some research point of view, how other countries are doing in all the field. I with the short due to the short time, I could not able to elaborate all the things. Anyhow, I wish all these research scholars to utilize this conference in a nice manner for 2 days. And once again, I thank the organizer for this wonderful program, along with the IQAC Arivade Nambi and also DST person. Thank you, Mandal.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring presidential address. Now we have with us Professor P. Kaliraj, Vice Chancellor of Bharatiyar University. He is a biochemist and immunotechnologist with specialized certification from USA, Indonesia, and Sweden. He is the recipient of J.C. Bose Memorial Award for his contribution in the field of science. Under his stewardship, 42 scholars have been awarded PhD and has 3 patents to his credit. One product named Signal MF is commercialized. He has published 92 papers in journals of repute and 70 presentations in various conferences. He is author of many textbooks. He has collaborated with 13 international institutes, to name a few, from Germany, London, USA, and UK. He is steering the university into intense research outputs, thus gaining a high H index and citation for the university. He is revamping the system by the adoption of Industry 4.0 concept in all the courses offered at the university. Sir, your presence on this occasion is an honor to us, sir. Sir will now share his expertise on the conference topic. Sir, please.
Thank you, everyone. Respected Professor M. Srinivasan, my friend and Dean of Faculty of Marine Science, Dr. Nirmala Ratchagar, who is the conference director, and Dr. Kadresan, who is likely to join as the Vice Chancellor of this prestigious Annamalai University. I would like to interact with him as soon as he take over the chair as the Vice Chancellor of this university. Dr. S.P. Palamurugan, Dr. K. Sailila, Mr. K. Jayaprakash, in Bharatiyar University, my colleague, Dr. Sangeeta, was consistently following it up and making me to get into this program, because very recently also I participated in one of the program. He told that he wanted to listen to you for this conference also. That is a request from the organizers. It is my privilege to come to this IQAC enabled and DST first to sponsor 2 days international virtual conference on role and impact of science and technology in the development of India during the 75 years of our achievement. At this juncture, I would like to welcome the faculty members of Bharatiyar University and Annamalai University and the students and other academic experts. I would like to give my talk with some presentation. Whenever you want, you ask me to stop, I'll be able to stop. See, the today topic is an important one. That is the role and impact of science and technology in the development of India in the last 75 years. Not many changes have come, and we need exponential growth at this juncture because we are in the digital transformation era. So the whole concept of introducing Education 4 has been initiated by our Chancellor's Office in December 2019 in a Vice Chancellor's Conference. And we have been asked to work on Chancellor's Vision 2030, that is innovating education in the era of Industry 4. And all the Vice Chancellors have been requested to get into that. Soon after this announcement, we had a pandemic situation, and I am thankful to my colleagues in Bharatiya University to work from home to introduce Education 4 in all the subjects by working from home. And the Chancellor's vision is to ensure the student excellence, academic excellence, research and scholarship, sustained staff excellence, and various other components. So as you know, the education has to be mapped with industrial development. The first industrial revolution is from 19th century. That is the innovation of steam engine. Then electricity in the beginning of 20th century. And within a short period, the beginning of 1970, you have entered into third industrial revolution, that is with the application of information technology, the use of computing in industry. Now, we are in fourth industrial revolution, which was emphasized by Honorable Chancellor for having exponential growth in the field of digital transformation. So immediately, Bharatiya University, with the help of my dedicated faculty members during the pandemic period, we started aligning the education with the Industry 4 in the university system by incorporating the digital transformation component into all our syllabus. So here, while your integration of the education and skilling ecosystem, the education sector should work on improving the curriculum by introducing new age skills and technology-based knowledge experience and build partnerships with business industry for skill development and skill assessment. So Skill India for Atmanirbhar Bharat is giving the way for bridging education to focus skill gap and skill development for the students to have the employment skill. Now, we need to focus on the courses, all the courses, including the languages also. All the courses with the new age technologies such as IoT, artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, cybersecurity, robotics, augmented reality, virtual reality, data science, cloud computing. These components are not only for computer science, it is mainly for all the other subjects for the better practical training. So in Bharatiya University, we have introduced all these components into almost all the courses, especially the AI and robotics have been introduced to all the departments, and big data and data analytics have been introduced to most of the subjects like commerce, social science management, and IoT to most of the things. So these components, the curriculum has been changed and it has been prepared in collaboration with about 40% of the Board of Studies members from the industries, and it has been evaluated by the subject experts throughout the world, and it has been introduced during the academic year 2021 and revamped in 21-22. Now here, the most important thing is we have to train our faculty members in such a way they accept all these components. And this computer science, computer application, and information technology of Bharatiya University, they were instrumental for training our people, not only from the university department, because this one contents of these courses have been introduced to our affiliated colleges also. So we were very particular to train our faculty members from university departments and affiliated colleges with all these components. At this juncture, I would like to acknowledge the contribution of Annamalai University, because if you see the history of the ERP development in Bharatiya University, it started from Professor K. Sarugesi, who was with the university starting from the inception, or soon after the inception, from 1984 to 2002. He has graduated from Annamalai University and did his PG from PhD College and PhD from UK. Because of his continuous faculty development of university department and affiliated colleges, today we are able to have our next generation, because Dr. Sarugesi is from education 3, that is from the computer age. Now the next generation, Dr. Chandra, Dr. Devi, Dr. Sundaresan, and his next to him is Dr. Ramesh. They are in the next generation. They have come to the education 4, that is industries 4 in the digital transformation era. These people were responsible for, especially Dr. Devi is responsible for incorporating most of the components, and Dr. Chandra was responsible for digitally making our admission and our online education, online evaluation, and almost all the faculty members, and also especially the faculty members from the computer science, computer applications, and information technology. They were instrumental for the transformation of our university into the digital era. Now let us see what is the impact on education. Now we have to go for the disruptive reforms and what kind of skill that you are needed for the education. I wrote an article of disruptive reforms in global higher education with Bharatiya University as a model. So we have to go for changing the multidisciplinary aspect, transdisciplinary, and we have to work together. Computer science is no longer working only for the computer science. They contributed for all other departments. They are training the people, sensitizing the faculty members, other faculty members of the university department and affiliated colleges. And here, there is a need for the heightened collaboration between industry and academia. And the next question is, where is a textbook for incorporating these education 4 components? And when I wanted to donate a book to Honorable Chancellor, who was instrumental for initiating the Industries 4 in Bharatiya University, I could not get any book where you can apply the Industries 4 component in the arts and science. So I requested all my faculty members, about 81 faculty members, not only from Bharatiya University, even our affiliated colleges, even from other universities. I told them, when you are going to Google or any one of the foreign IT companies, the most of the people are from South India. So why don't you start writing book on that? To my surprise, within 6 months, they were able to write 5 textbooks, which has been accepted for publication by Taylor and Francis. The first book is already, the hard copy has been released, and the ebook is also available. And the remaining 4 books will be released very shortly, within 2 to 3 months. And these are the books which will be useful for developing the curriculum and syllabus for introducing these components into the arts and science colleges, as well as for the engineering colleges, how we are going to make use of these components in the curriculum design. Now, what is the trend? The acceleration in technologies and business model is very, very important. And one has to go for the emphasis on T skills. One should have the deep discipline expertise in which subject you are expert on that, which is your base, which is your foundation. And also you have to go for the cross-discipline expert. expertise, and this is mainly for the future orientation, problem solving, social and emotional learning, values-based world view. Because the type of job that you are having now is not going to exist after 3 years. So we have to prepare our students through the cross-discipline expertise and make them to update the new components of Industries 4 in such a way they will be suitable for the skill which is needed for the future job. The growing emergence of epidemics and pandemics is also responsible for making our teachers as well as the students to accept the digital transformation. While you are accepting the components of digital transformation, you should also look into the one which is responsible for making us to accept it. That is the pandemic situation. The pandemic situation that we had for the last 2 years, it might happen in future also. And pandemic situation is not new. And several years back also, we had subject to a wide variety of pandemics, and one should be in a position to manage the pandemic situation through the vaccine development and diagnostics, and there is a need for multidisciplinary learning. Now, what are the good practices? There is a need for adopting the good practices, and it is recommended that we have to recommend the good practices followed in the leading states or institutes. And Tamil Nadu is the best example. Right now, we are having the GER of more than 50%, whereas the national education policy is telling at the end of 2035, the institute has to have this one. India has to have this one GER of 50%. So one has to look into what are the good practices in states like Tamil Nadu, like the midday meals, then free education, then free laptop, then free of several components like scholarships and all. These are the one has to be adopted in most of the states. Now, when you go for the increasing the employability potential, as I told, there is a need for introducing the industries in curriculum design. We have to call the industrial expert, and we have to also go for to map the skills with the syllabi content and sequence the job subjects which will be useful for the industry. What skills industries expect from students through academic industry interface. There was a time industry used to recruit the people, train them for 1 year, then they take them for the regular job. Now, no industry is having the time or money to train the people and use them for the job. Now they want the university and the educational institution to prepare the students industry ready. Now, if you just look into the add-on courses in Industries 4, we started several add-on courses. One such course is in collaboration with the Harvard Business School. We have started adding some of the online certificate programs such as business analytics, financial accounting, etc. And these courses are not only for the students, even for our faculty members, for our alumni, for updating our skill, which is changing from time to time. And based on the change in the business analytics, financial accounting, and so many things have to be updated. And we have also initiated collaboration with Melbourne University, Australia, and Canadian University. Shortly, we are going to add several add-on certificate courses. And we are also very particular about going for the research, where we are able to develop several patents. In the last few months, we were able to get 5 patents, and also we are able to get one satellite hub for the development of scientific equipments for the healthcare, and also we developed the Center for Skill Development. Now, what steps any university has to do for improve the education? Starting from the acceleration of the translational research, we have to go up to making the research reaching the society through entrepreneurship, startup support, then making for the university getting into the socio-economic development of the country. Now, what is the scenario of Indian universities, which is the topic of today in technology transfer? And it has been emphasized by Government of India. The good practice each university and institute has to adapt is to create the IPR awareness, and it should be started even from the school level. And that is the age that people will be able to understand what is the use of education. Education is for the society. How the education will reach the society? The education will be able to reach the society only through the translating the education and the research finding to reach the society through the industries. So we have to encourage the students about the importance of startup and entrepreneurship. And if you just look into the history, Indian Research and Technology Institutes, they filed about 25,000 patent applications from 2009 to 2019, but unfortunately only 10% of this one applications have been patented. So it is a very few number. And another this one important drawback is, out of this 10% of the patents, very few has been translated into product form. So the patent is not an important thing, and translating the patent is very, very important. And as I told you, that we have to go for sensitizing the students, and also the government as well as the universities to come forward to give the importance for the translational research. Today, the career advancement of faculty is given based on the, the academic performance index, and the product development has been given limited value. So there is a need for giving importance for the product development index, so that the faculty members as well as the students will be very much attracted towards developing the product out of the research work that they are doing. I would like to tell a small 1 minute about the product development that I have done. The test kit that I have developed, that is for the human lymphatic filariasis. It is a 2-minute test kit by using the data in blood, and it has been evaluated by ICMR, WHO, and it has been released in the market in 2007. And even now it is in the market of both the Indian market as well as African market. I don't claim that it is a very high-tech research that I have done. It is a simple flow-through signal test where you will be able to identify the infection. But I feel proud that the simplest research that I have done has been translated and it has reached the society. Now, if you just look into the productization, the faculty members have to understand the basic research and target identification characterization. You'll be able to get a lot of grant. And after that, even for getting lab model and process, you might be able to get some grant. After that, for validation, technology transfer, pilot scale, clinical studies, and right up to making it to the product form, the government will not give much support. They will give only the facilities. So you have to work with industries for translating your finding to come as a product, which is an important aspect. Now, what should we do? Focus on this. The focus must be to provide easy access to the learning resources and making the research out of the education to go for the faster adaptability to the changing trends. When I was doing my post-graduation, and the type of technology we were having, it was only countercurrent immunoelectrophoresis, which is obsolete now, which was identified only in microgram level. Now the technology that we are having available is the nanogram as well as picogram. So we have to adapt our technology in such a way that it will be useful for adapting the new technology for improving the quality of the research. Now, the industry has to join with academia, and the academia also should make the industry to develop confidence about the industry is accepting the finding of the academic experts for translating into the tangible product. Now, there are so many challenges in making the students to go for the type of job they would like to have, the type of area in which they are interested. There are a lot of problems like the students having a closed mindset, stereotype. Even now, most of the parents and relatives, they want the son or daughter should become a doctor or engineer to start with. If they are not able to get, then they go to arts college like that. Even I tried for medical only first, then I could not get, I came into the arts and science college. So the mindset of the parent has to be changed and go and follow the footsteps of the previous year students, how they have become the successful in their career. And the students have not prepared exploring themselves. The student mind has to be changed. It has to be opened in such a way in which particular field they are expertise, and they have to choose that area so that it will be easy for them to go up to the level of product development. Then today's Indian youth do not want only the job. Their aspiration of Indian youth are to create the startups and develop new generation industry in our country. So the government of India is giving a lot of opportunity to integrate the liberal arts and technology, then the technology with the music, then with the exponential technologies are making disruptions in the world. So it is very, very much important for the super specialization of the exponential technology with the liberal arts and design thinking, which is the future of the year. And if you just give a small, example, how the technology, the industries for, the education for, the research for, has made this one people to get into solving the pandemic situation. You might have seen the globally, especially in India, we had a lot of confirmed cases of COVID-19 and deaths, and most affected is from the United States of America. And there is also a possibility of getting more and more problem in future also. Now, the most important thing is, though we had a lot of mutations and having more number of challenges, it was possible for us to get into the disruptive vaccine technology, which has evolved from time to time. The vaccine originated from India and China, which is called as a variolation for the smallpox in 1721. And the technology of vaccination of the variolation, it has been taken to Europe, and people have been working following the concept of the variolation that has been developed by India and China by incorporating the disease particles or the pustules or the germs of the smallpox virus into the normal individuals, where they were able to get 100% protection. Then it was possible to develop the live attenuated vaccines, killed vaccines, toxide vaccines, combined vaccines, in vitro cell culture vaccine, polysaccharide, and so on. Right now, we are in the era of reverse vaccinology. I have 3 patents of developing vaccine for human lymphatic filariasis. It took 15 years. And now, within 6 months, people were able to develop the vaccine for the COVID-19 and successfully incorporated and also put in the market within a short period of 1 year. So as I told you, 10 to 15 years is the development of old technology by using the methods available. Now using the digital transformation and the technology available in various fields, it is possible for the scientists to go for evolving the accelerated vaccine development with the combined phases. In 12 to 14 months, 24 months, it was possible for us to get the possible type of vaccines, and it was possible for us to keep ourselves away from the pandemic situation. Now, there are a lot of challenges in vaccine development. My own experience, I started with developing DNA vaccine and this protein vaccine, and DNA vaccine was failure. I got a project from the Department of Biotechnology for developing DNA vaccine. I used protein vaccine as a control. Ultimately, only my control was working, and I got 3 patents for that. And developing the vaccine also having the risk and challenges, but we have the solution for all the challenges because of the digital transformation. So the education has to be changed in such a way that all our components of our research, whether it is biotechnology or commerce or management or sociology, You have to incorporate the digital components for the successful, development of that. Now, if you just looking into what is the current way of our vibrant research and innovation as to that, it is aimed to attain the highest global standards in quality education. And I'm extremely happy to tell you that Tamil Nadu, in almost all the universities, we started introducing Education 4. And we have to set the highest standards for multidisciplinary education across India. Because the type of job which is going to exist after 3 years, we have to manage it. So we have to go for T-skill, and we have to make our students get ready for the future jobs. Now, we have to talk about the skills. What kind of skill is needed? Critical thinking, which is a main component of Education 5. The people management, emotional intelligence, critical judgment, negotiation, cognitive flexibility, knowledge production, and management and industry 4 components. These are the one which is going to, make the skill of the student. And today I would like to tell about my university. I would like to focus my university faculty members. This university is having the NIRF ranking between 13 to 14 for the last 5 years. And because of the hard work of various faculty members and various head of the departments and many vice chancellors. And after I came over here, we made an attempt to go for the higher education ranking, the world ranking. It was able to be there as a 201 to 250 among the Times Higher Education World Young University ranking, and Asian ranking 251 to 300. And also there are so many rankings you were able to have. And the most important thing I would like to tell each university we should go for to start the innovative program in various technology. Though we had several innovative programs, we started some of the innovative programs like MSc Medical Biotechnology with the support of Department of Biotechnology, MSc Cybersecurity, then MSc Data Analytics, MSc Textiles and Apparel Design with new curriculum, and MCOM Financial Technology. Because the type of job which is going to have in the pharmaceutical industry is going to be having more number of jobs with more skill, even in the textile industry, even in the commerce, then even in management and so many things. So what we have to do? So after having the UG degree in any subject, whether the BCom or BSc or BA, if the student would like to have diversify his interest into the new areas to enhance the skill, they can go for the PG diploma courses. I'm just listing very few that we have started very recently. We are likely to start about 20 more. And these are the courses which will be useful for our UG students to diversify their skill into the new area of their, in the new area of research. That is, diploma in herbal technology, diploma in cybersecurity and digital forensic. A person might have completed BCom, but he would like to get into the system of cybersecurity. You can go for the PG diploma courses in cybersecurity and digital forensics. Then these are the very innovative courses. This is called as add-on courses, add-on certificate courses that we are running between the university faculty members and the concerned industries. And these courses are meant for our students who are doing our UG and PG degree. UG degree in the affiliated institutions and PG degree, both in affiliated institutions and the university department. Suppose if somebody is doing biotechnology, he would like to know more about the big data analytics, so he can do this add-on course when he is doing biotechnology. Suppose if he is doing, some subject like commerce or management, they would like to know more about some of the things like artificial intelligence and blockchain in finance. They can go for that. They can go for marketing analysis. And these courses are open for both UG and PG students. And these are the courses which will be enhancing the skill and making the students with different skills. That is in the cross-disciplinary. That is the T-skill. T-skill can come only when you are having these job-oriented certificate courses and the diploma courses, where the students will be having the basic subject like BSc, BCom, and BA, and also the skill with augmented reality or cyber security and so on, that will be changing the skill suitable for the type of job that you are going to have. Now, impact on what? So far, recent technological change has no effect on the aggregate number of jobs. People thought, when the computer comes, artificial intelligence comes, the job will go away. It will not go. But it leads to significant restructuring of jobs. That is needed. You have to prepare your students for the restructured jobs. The digitization induces shifts in skill requirement. Digitization requires an accompanying process of organizational change. Even the organizational changes are there. What kind of management you have to do for your commerce? What type of process you have to have for changing the manufacturing process in pharmaceutical industry? Digitization comes along with rising shares of alternative work arrangements due to more outsourcing, standardization, fragmentation, and online platforms. These alternative work arrangements imply both new opportunities and challenges. And with climate change, increasing pollution and depletion natural resources, there will be a sizable shift in how we meet these world's energy, water, food, and sanitation needs. So I was talking only about biotechnology up till now. These are the areas have to be, addressed by the people, again resulting in the need for new skilled labor, particularly in biology, chemistry, physics, agriculture, climate science, and social sciences. Now, how the jobs are going to be in 2030? We are nearing, 2030. The automation and artificial intelligence will drive the world, and there will be more number of jobs with different skills. And automation can be applied in the various sectors like pharmaceuticals, marketing, automotive, oil and gases. And these are the more number of jobs. People, they worry only about the jobs in TNPSC or TRB. It is only 1%. 99% of the jobs are available in various sectors. And you have to make the people to understand they should not bother only about the equivalents and all. Prepare themselves with the altered skills so that they will be able to get into that 98% of the job opportunities which are in the pharmaceuticals, marketing, automotive, and oil and gas. And it is the responsibility of the faculty members to sensitize our students as well as the faculty members to transform the students to face the challenges for getting the 98% of jobs in these areas. And in 2030, we are likely to get more number of job opportunities in healthcare and education, information technology specialist, the digital marketing, automation specialist, manufacturing, logistics, and restaurant cooks. Now, the future of this one, science, is self-sustained resources. So if I tell in brief, there is a need for changing the mindset of the faculty members, accepting the faculty members into the digital transformation, and the faculty members that we are having, we belong to the faculty members, including me, I belong to industries 2. The current faculty members, they belong to industry 3, but now they are coming to industries 4. It is the responsibility of the Vice Chancellor and senior faculty members to get confidence, working with competent people. All the institutes are having our computer science, computer application, and information technology. Even if they are not having, they should be in a position to collaborate with other academic institutions and making the faculty members are very confident about the education 4 components and making the students confident about the industries 4 and education 4 components, and also to go for collaborative work both in academic as well as research to make the research which will be reaching the society in time. I was working in interdisciplinary manner for my research work. I was having my biochemistry and microbiology and molecular biology in Anna University. My monoclonal antibody development was Indian Institute of Science. My peptide vaccine was developed in All India Institute of Medical Sciences. My animal house was in Nagpur, and my peptide was synthesized by CDRI Lucknow. And some of the components like digital crystallization and digital study of the crystal structure that I developed for one of the drug targets, GST, that was done in Hamburg with the help of my collaborator. So today, there is a need for collaborating among yourself. Who is the best to collaborate? Your own colleague, the person in your department. But most of us, we don't want to collaborate with our own colleagues. I was collaborating with more than 5 of my colleagues. Then who is the next one? The next collaborator is your neighboring departments. The next one is the other academic institutions within the country, then outside the country. And most of the time, many people, they look only for collaboration with some foreign countries. We have a lot of expertise, best laboratories in our own university, in our country, and I request all the faculty members are making use of the digital transformation, collaborating among themselves, and making the country moving towards the next level of the management and economic growth. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving the opportunity.
So far, we have been listening to a wonderful presentation by the Vice Chancellor, Bharatha University, Professor P. Kaliraj. Before I thank him, let me give it in a nutshell what the Vice Chancellor has covered in his presentation. So he has given an idea about the history of Industrial Revolution, how education and industry can be aligned, how skilled manpower can be created, how that is mapping industry into university programs, starting courses like big data and data analysis, artificial intelligence, and what is the impact on education. Then writing books by the faculty on artificial intelligence, theory and models, big data applications, transformative technology, and what is the impact on education. That is emphasis on these skills should be given, collaborative research should be developed, and as good practices, how employment potential can be increased by involving industry into curriculum, how collaborative programs can be introduced, and what are the steps to improve education, like introducing technology transfer and creating awareness on intellectual property, translational research. Then he spoke on productization versus commercialization, and what should be the focus of higher education institutions, like giving easy access to learning resources, and what are the opportunities for students, researchers, and faculty, and what are the challenges we are facing today as far as science and technology is concerned, and what is the aspiration of the present Indian youth. And besides the vaccine technology evolution, what are the vaccine development strategies, what are the challenges in vaccine development, and what are the skills to be needed. So all these things have been wonderfully covered by the Vice Chancellor of Bharatha University, Bharatha University, and what are the skills needed, and what are the innovative programs that can be introduced. And Sir has pointed out several programs, diploma courses, PG diploma courses, certificated courses that are being offered in Bharatha University, and how artificial intelligence and automation can be applied. So with this brief coverage by the Vice Chancellor, let me thank him for his wonderful, thought-provoking and interesting presentation. Thank you very much, sir. Before we invite the next speaker of the day, Dr. P. Kulandavel, let me have a brief profile about him. Dr. P. Kulandavel started his research career in the field of molecular spectroscopy and was awarded PhD by the University of Madras in the year 1987. He started his teaching career as early as 1984 and worked as an assistant professor of physics till 1988 at Government Arts College under the Tamil Nadu Collegiate Educational Service. Later on, he joined as faculty in the Department of Physics, Bharathiar University, Coimbatore, and was elevated as professor in the year 2002. He has significantly contributed to the field of molecular quantum mechanics, in particular, molecular structure, interactions, and molecular dynamics of biomolecules. He acted as a coordinator for the DST, FIST, and UGC SAP programs of the department. He is the UGC nominee of the SAP Advisory Committee for Alagappa, Manomaniyam, Sundarnath Universities. He has participated in international training programs and conferences at the International Center for Theoretical Physics, Trieste, Italy, Institute for Protein Research, Osaka University, Japan, Department of Chemistry, University of Cambridge, UK, in 1996. He was awarded the Tamil Nadu Scientist Award in the field of physical sciences for the year 2010 and elected as Fellow of the Academy of Sciences, Chennai, in the year 2015. He has, to his credit, 175 research articles in internationally recognized journals. He has contributed chapters in books published by Taylor and Francis Publications, Florida, USA. And in his research, around 60 MPhils and 18 PhDs were awarded. Currently, 4 are pursuing doctoral research. He has been collaborating eminent researchers within India and abroad. He has carried out research projects sponsored by agencies like UGC, DST, CSIR, and DRDO, besides an Indo-German international collaborative projects. With this brief profile about him, let me invite him to deliver his lecture. Sir, please.
First of all, thank you very much for the nice introduction that you have given to me in the morning. Very good morning to one and all. I am extremely happy again to the Annamalai University IQC Center. Last year, I was the chief guest for the Science Day celebration of Annamalai University. I am happy that Professor Srinivasan, Dean of Science, Faculty of Science, Dr. Nirmala Ratchakar, have been associated with these universities, and they have been giving warm receptions to all the speakers also. And I am very happy to share some of my science, what is the post-independent science in India and technology in India. And if you want to talk about the post-independent science and technology in India, or in reference to the world also, and we have to touch the previous, before independence also, we have to say a few of the things, who are the scientists who have contributed a lot to the science in India and also technology for India also. The topic is very precious. How the for the past 75 years, what is our role in science and technology? Whether our science and technology is on par with the abroad, or we are lacking in some areas. What is the reason for lacking in some areas? Especially for the science is concerned, we never be lacking. And we have been constantly doing good science. And even before independence also, and you can take this, our C.V. Raman got the Nobel Prize. That science is a very fundamental science. It is not very small in contributions. And that is a breakthrough research. After that, the whole world is changed. And it solves the many of the problem also. He published the paper in 1928, February, and he got the Nobel Prize in 1930. That much importance that is Raman scattering had. This had happened before independence. Even our country was slave for more than 300 years. We could be able to produce the Nobel laureate, that Professor Raman. The same as Ramanujan. During that 1920, around 18 to 20, 22, he was in England, and his contribution is also very remarkable. Unfortunately, that it is not our brand, that the brand is from UK, but fortunately, our people only have contributed that great Ramanujan was from India. Therefore, not only Ramanujan and Sir C.V. Raman, there is a good number of scientists, S.C. Bose, Saha, S.N. Bose, like so many people, M.S. Swaminathan, like so many, Satish Dhawan, like so many very brilliant scientists were pre-independent also there in India, and they have contributed a lot to the world science, and that science has created a lot of impact in the world science. Even our country was slave more than 300 years. And during that time also, that is the only one area we could be able to excel is the science. But unfortunately, at the before independence, we are not good. We did not have a good technology. We cannot have the good technology in India. The reason is the English people, they are taking the technology from their country to India, but unfortunately, we are not participating in the technology program. The reason is that most of the technology before independence is, that is a technology, industry 1, industry 2. Industry 1 is the machines operated by the steam engines. Industry 2 is the machines are operated by the electricity. Therefore, the industry 1, we are not participated. Industry 2, we are not participated. We are not produced, we are not in the process of technology also, because all the technologies that have been imported, not imported, and that the people, they have been ruling the country, and automatically they transferred all the technologies to India and making the product, and again they sold to all the places. Therefore, unfortunately, even though we are good in science before independence, we are bad in technology before independence, because we had no opportunity to make any technology, right? And also, the technology, the needed technology is needed only because of that World War I and II. World War I and II, that is that it makes a lot of technologies. There was a necessity for the technology, the necessity for the weapon development, and the more scientists, they enter into the technology field, and they try to make the technology, and they have used in the war. That is the reason America and become the world superpower. That is the reason for America become the sole superpower. Even though we know E is equal to mc squared in 1905 by Einstein's equation, but we could not make any bomb, and we are also not that nobody has any plan to make energy also out of it. But only that the year 1940 only they have realized we need a bomb. Therefore, they used that E is equal to mc squared. They make the atomic bomb they have used in the Second World War. Therefore, like this, there is a fundamental science is always ideal. And whenever there is a necessary, and the people makes the technology, and the technology is also very limited technology, very limited technology. In some areas only we could be able to do that. And after the independence, 1947, there is some breakthrough research had happened, not only in India, in the world. There is some breakthrough. One breakthrough is invention of the transistor. Invention of the transistor that had happened 1948 in America, Bell Laboratory, not in the university also, it's a Bell Laboratory, and that is the breakthrough invention of the transistor. Many people have tried to have that, but unfortunately they succeeded, and that is one of the breakthrough research. And around 1950, the structure of DNA molecule, that is also important, because before that we don't have the structure of DNA molecule. And there is, we are not, the biology is not with the molecular level. And after that only, the whole of biology becomes the molecular level. They try to understand the DNA, and also they try to understand the RNA, and they try to find the structure of the protein molecules also. They try to find the structure of the protein molecule also, and the whole of biology transformed to the molecular level, not only molecular level, the atomic level. Now it is in the electronic level also, it becomes like, it becomes the biology. Therefore, after the independence, not only, but this is not our hand, the world witnessed the two big major breakthrough inventions. After that, there is a laser. Nobody never expected that the people can make the amplification by the light. That also had happened in the 1955-60. Therefore, these three science, these three breakthrough researches, that had made the whole world in different directions. Already now we are also independent. We can have our own policy. We can have our own ideas. We can have everything in our hand. Therefore, now we have to see whether it is good for science and technology. Therefore, fortunately, our forefathers, that is the Jawaharlal Nehru, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and other leaders, they have correctly took this thing, science, technology, in the correct perspective, and they have tried to make the technologies from this also. Right? How do you make the technology? We know only the science. That was the breakthrough science that we didn't know. How to make the technology, that it is very difficult. We could not make any technology. But fortunately, they have started few institutes around 1960, CSIR, that is only for the industry, that we want to make the technology from the science, and that must be used for our people. Therefore, they started the CSIR Institute to preach the science and technology, to take the science to the technology used for the industries. That is the one thing that they have. And also, ISR, and they want to do some space research also. And laterally, they have also started the space research program. Satish Dhawan and other people, they have taken this in the correct directions. Now we are one of the very leader in the space program. And moreover, and also for the defense research, they have also started the defense researches for some problems that we are getting weapons from outside, but unfortunately we cannot make the weapons. Therefore, we want to make the indigenous weapon. Therefore, they started the DRDO labs, and that also makes the technology for the army, the weapons, and that also they have started. And also IMCR, the Indian Medical Council Research, IMCR, that is also they have started because there is a lot of diseases are there. and we have to develop some vaccines. Or suppose if you import the vaccines, and we have to see whether this is useful for India. Like this, ICMR, they have started the ICMR also, and they have started few labs for the ICMR, and that is also taken place after the post-independence, right? This has been started and we have been doing, and we have the science, and with the basic science, we are translated to the technology, and for some amount of things that we are able to make the technology out of the science from these areas. And we have succeeded also. We have made a lot of success in all these areas. And there is a lot of success stories about CSIR, ICMR, DRDO labs, and everything. We know there is a lot of success stories. Therefore, we have been living with these success stories over the 75 years, right? What about this breakthrough research, whether we have been used electron, that we invented, the people have invented transistor, whether they have been used? Yes, the people have started to use. The first thing, Japanese people, they have used the transistor very much, and they made a lot of electronic equipments, and they have used this very nicely, and they become one of the world leader in the electronics. And also some of the Korean people also they took, but the Japanese, they did it very nicely, and they become one of the best countries to make the product from the electronics. Therefore, the first country successfully used the transistors applications, and they made the applications through that, and that is one of the wonderful things that had happened in the world. And everywhere people have started buy these electronic goods from Japanese, and some extent they have used some extent the Korean people also, they have developed the electronic goods, and these two countries becomes rich because of this invention of the transistors. And the American people, they have used the molecular biologies more effectively, DNA, RNA researches, and they made a lot of drugs, and also they have made a lot of drugs, and that drugs they sold in that they have used. Therefore, the England and America and Russia, Germany, they have used effectively the DNA structure and molecular biologies, and they made a lot of products out of it, and they also sold all the products in the world. Therefore, some of the leading advanced countries, they have used electronics, and also they have used the DNA structure and the protein structure, and the very importance of the protein structure and other things. And they made technologies. Out of the technology, they sold the products. But unfortunately, our India, we could not be able to enter into that technology, and also we are not in the pioneer. Some extent we are good in agriculture and the medical field, but we did it some extent nicely in that two areas. In other technology area, we could not able to do it. And fortunately, in 1970, late 80s, 70 to 80, that the world has witnessed some of the changes, because they try to make the computers. It was there. Computer was there for 1950 also. Computer was there, but the computer is a very big. It's a big machine that we cannot use. Many people, only very limited people can use. That it is also not properly trained like this. Therefore, this computer becomes the tabletop computer. Table desk computer become popular in 1980, and also India is also entered into that, and we have also started a lot of computer science courses in all places, and that we produced many graduates in the computer science, and that is the turning point for our India, and also it is for America. There is a two country largely benefited because of the computer is America and India. The reason is in America also there is a lot of saturations. They could not sell their cars in all places. The Japanese cars are in all places and they are finding it very difficult. Fortunately, they made IBM computers, fax machines like that, and also they have started a lot of the software companies. And at the same time, our government is also generous enough. They have lowered the taxes for the computer, and they have allowed more the institutions start the computer, and they have allowed the more institutions, and therefore because of that more computer personnels have come from that colleges, and also and our own Indian people also they have started the software company because it needs a lot of manpower, and that manpower we cannot get it in other countries because everywhere they have a job. But whereas in India, we have a lot of people for the spare people, and we have given the training for that. Therefore, that these people becomes we produced more graduates in the computer science, and some of our people have our own computer companies like Wipro, Infosys, like this. There is so many indigenous companies have started in our India, and also Infosys, TCS, Wipro, and a lot of like this HCL, like this computer company have started in India, and also they have a branch at other places also. That is the because that is one of the classic turning point for India, and this is the industry 3.0. That we missed industry 1, we missed industry 2. We had no opportunity to enter into industry, technology industry 1 and industry 2. Fortunately, and we able to get into the bus of industry 3.0, that 3.0, that it is the electronics, that it started from 1950 onwards, but we enter into the 1980 through the computer only. We are not enter into the electronics. Now our country is very much interested to have electronics, and the government of India giving a lot of thrust for the electronics, and already the big companies they have started the electronics industries, and also now also the people are the semiconductor problem is there. Therefore they want to solve all these things. Therefore all the country, our country is also started work on the electronics industry also. Therefore fortunately we get into the industry 3.0, and the industry 3.0 because our manpower, because our Indian companies, Indian people, they have started so many companies in software, and also the world require a lot of changes in this field, and they need a lot of manpower everywhere in all these industry 2 the industry 2 technology companies wants to have the software also. They have incorporated all the software in that machines. Therefore, that is the biggest flip-flop for our India in 1980 that went to up to 2000. Up to 2000, that 20 years, industry 3 is there, and the industry 3, that is two places, that is America, because they have started software industries, and also they have started the hardware industries also. They are pioneer. Fortunately they are pioneer in the hardware and also software. Therefore both the people therefore that countries also become flourish. There is a dull in the 1980. After 1980, that countries also becomes very advantage positions, and the India is also very advantageous position. And another 20 years, the world has witnessed a lot of changes. Everything is changed, and all other things, lot of equipments, everything becomes disappeared. Some of the, everything is based on the software and small equipment, cell phones like this. There is so many changes have happened. Therefore, the India country, in India, many of our people becomes the middle class people. Many people becomes the middle class. Then the car sales increases and the flight, the number of people going abroad is increases. Therefore, and we correctly boarded the bus in 1980, and this is very advantage. Therefore, these two countries. Therefore, this post-independence, we could able to enter into the technology in 1980 for the 30 years, 20 plus 20, 40 years, we were in the technology era. Therefore, we could also able to make the technology in the for the 40 years. Unfortunately, industry 1 and industry 2, we were not there. Therefore, thanks to the software and other electronic equipments. Another things, what about 2000 and other? Now we are talking about the industry 4.0. Professor Kaliraj also said a lot about the industry 4.0, digital transformation, cloud computing, cyber security, and all this the technology. Industry 1, 2, industry 1 is there, not there, industry 2 is there, industry 3 is also there. That all these industry 2 and 3 should be move towards the industry 4.0. Therefore, the industry 4.0, that will make a lot of changes again 10 years or 20 years like this. Therefore, there is a smooth transformation of industry 2 and 3 to industry 4.0. But both industry 2 is there, both industry 3 is also there, and industry 4.0 is there. This is also advantage for India. This is advantage for India. But this is also because the reason is the industry 4.0 is also computer, Internet of Things. Internet of Things. Therefore, the Internet of Things is the extended form of the computer. Therefore, we are also very much, we can also do that. And more people, we trained more people also. Therefore, we need a lot of trained people. Therefore, it is easy for India and again to improve. Therefore, the Indian economy has changed tremendously because of industry 3.0, and the future of Indian economy is also with the industry 4.0, that it is also advantage for the industry. Therefore, our post-independent, that we missed a lot of technology, and we could be able to reach the, we could be able to do, we were able to catch the technology in 1980. After that 40 years, we are in the right directions. Therefore, the technology, we are also, yes, like other countries, like America, Germany, England, other European countries, all countries, technology is making, they are making technologies, and we are also making technologies. Therefore, we are not only producing science people, we are also making the technocrat, and the world is, we are on par with all the people, and in some other things, we are also better. And you can see in the COVID for the past 2 years, we could be able to make the vaccine also. We could make the vaccine also. The only very few countries, they could be able to make the vaccine. And another thing, the production capacity is not in all the places this much. And we have very good production capacity. We can make number of doses more. That's why it is the advantage for India. And also we would be able to export because of the production capacity. And also we could be able to, you see, some of the only the few countries, they could make the vaccines, and India is also one of the country, we could make the vaccines, and also the production capacity is more. Therefore, we exported the vaccine to other places, and also that this is one of the correct trend, that we are also in the technology front. We are also in the technology front, the countries, and also you take the ISRO. We are We are not, the only thing that the next, that we have to go for the space station, we are not yet have the space station. That's other things are also, we are also very competitive for the spaces also. And the communications, excellent communication, optical fibers, because of the lasers, we have the optical communications, and we are making the technology out of these. Therefore, this is also there. Therefore, post-independence, even though if we miss the technology and also we catch the correct technology and we are moving in the right directions and we are making a very good development in India in all field and also making technology in the India also. Okay. Then what about science? What about science? Whether we are very good in science again post-independence or not very good in science. But the thing is, for the past 70 years, not only because these two, in the 1950, the invention of these two things have changed the mindset of the scientists also. And you can see the whole of science, not only the science, the industry moved to more on technology rather than the science. That is one thing. Not only in India, in all places, not much science had happened. Not much science had happened. Only the technologies more than the science. But in India also, we also had some good sciences over the 75 years. But rightly, the very impact science is only very few. That is, only 5 very important scientific activities that had happened in India after independence. And this important scientific activity, which has world impact. There is a lot of good things that had happened in Indian science also, but very important that very important that the world people have recognized. And this science is even though we did not have the Nobel Prize for this science, but it is more or less or more than that also. That like that 5 scientific inventions had happened. One is Professor G.N. Ramachandran's Phi-Psi. That was one of the very classic inventions that had happened in University of Madras, post-independence. And that it is a very famous, and everybody expected Professor G.N. Ramachandran will get the Nobel Prize. Unfortunately, he was not given the Nobel Prize, but it is a more than that. Only and he predicted that Phi-Psi map only for at the time he knows only the 4 protein structure. Out of 4 protein structure, he made the Phi-Psi map. Now we have we know the structure of protein, nearly 2 lakhs protein structure. We know all the structures has the same impact. That is the classic invention. That is the classic invention. So excellent inventions. And another one is Pancharatnam races. Pancharatnam races means that is in optics. That is, sir, that is the Pancharatna. That is also very important. But that is a very classic invention. That is also very important. Another one in the string theory. String theory means that I don't want to explain what is string theory. The people try to have all the forces, unified forces. And we have forces, different type of 4 forces is there. And they want to have unified forces using the string theory. That was very famous. And also A.K. Sen still is in Allahabad Institute. And his contribution is very remarkable and worldwide, that his contributions were recognized, and it's also very brilliant. Another one, Subhas Mukherjee from West Bengal. He's the person for test tube baby. And the story of Subhas Mukherjee, you can read it in somewhere, but it is not very pleasurable one. But he is the person made a very good inventions. He made the test tube baby. That is the classic. And unfortunately, he was not there to get the Nobel Prize also, but the same type of invention was awarded the Nobel Prize also. But it's a story, sad story of Subhas Mukherjee. And another one is I don't know his name, the person who invented the malaria vector. That is also very important. That also made the changes. Only if 5 major breakthrough inventions, science had happened in India after the post-independence. But whereas pre-independence, so many things had happened. Pre-independence, so many things. But after independence, only 5 major scientific activities had happened in India. The reason is not only in India, in all places, the science become the back seat, the technology become the front seat. Therefore, in all places, the science is not that much progressive. But whereas in India, only the 5 is a major scientific activities had happened in India. And but now our strength, because now post-independence, the pre-independence, we have only the few universities, 3 universities by parliament. After that, it becomes more universities, and it becomes now we have nearly 1,000 universities, 40,000 colleges, and you can see how many manpower, many manpower that we are producing, and there is a 52 central universities, 11, the 21 IITs, and 33 NITs. Therefore, good number of the central institute and the state universities, colleges, and they have contributing. And even though they have contributing, not much science had happened in India before pre-independent. Pre-independent, we had a good science also. Now the technology is there, therefore more people are working in the technology. They are making the technology also. And the country is getting a lot of money out of the technologies also. We have to progress more also in these directions. In the industry 4.4, we should not miss the bus. More people should attend to it. All the things, all these industry industry 2 and 3, that should be the digital transformation. We should go with that only the future for the India. And another thing, okay, now things are moving in the right directions. What are the challenges? Therefore, the India is now, we are free country, therefore we are good in science, and we made some impact science over the 75 years. And our publications are also more, patent is also coming. Now we are having the awareness how to make the patent. Before that, we publish papers, we never think of patents and products. Now only there is a startup companies, and you can see this many of American companies, they have startup companies only, they become the big companies in softwares like Macintosh, everything is, they have started only the startup companies in universities. Therefore, now the university has the startup companies, and also the university have the entrepreneur cells. Therefore, now that science is translated to the technology in the university itself, and therefore the collaborations between the science and the industry is also happening in the institutes. That many number of technical institutes, they have collaborations with this also. And these things are happening in India, right? One of the other things that also that I want to tell you, over the 40 years, there is two science has come. One is the superconductivity, another is the nanoscience. And the people expected more on superconductivity and the nanoscience. And in the superconductivity, we made some progress. And the people want to achieve the conductivity, the resistance becomes 0 at the room temperature. That's why then only we have the more applications. Otherwise, it is very difficult to have this difficult. Therefore, in that superconductivity, we made, not only we, but many people have made very good, very good progress. But unfortunately, that was not very successful. Still, people have been working on for the past 40 years. Not much progress can happen, but still the people are working. Some applications the people are also using, because we are using the liquid, the magnets, that small magnets like this. That's also big. Another nanoscience. For the past 20 years, we have been talking about the nanoscience. And every science, not physics, chemistry, everything, they try to make the nanoparticles and they want to study this. Actually, this name has coined in 1957, Feynman. Feynman lecture, he said, if you reduce the particle size, it becomes the very small particular size in the nanoscale. The property will be different. He mentioned like that. He never say anything about it. If the particle size is small in the nanoscale, then the property will be different. Therefore, that's the mention. After that, 1957, nobody has interested in that. 2000 and around that field, the people started to have something. They want to try to new things. Therefore, they developed the nanoscience. And the people in all fields, the physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, every people want to try to do, they make the particles, and they want to the embedded on the nanoparticles on the surfaces like this. They made some success and they made some applications also, and we expected more from the nanoscience, but unfortunately that is also not happened for the 20 years. Then these are all the challenges. Whether they're not only for here, in all places, these are all some challenges. One thing I want to tell you that nice inventions in this century also, the post-independent also, that LED light. We know all LED. LED is known for 40 years ago. Around 50 years ago, we know all the red LED. LED means only the red. All the BSc physics student, electronic student, MSc physics, only they do the LED light, LED in the laboratory in the red LED. We never see other LEDs. After that, there is one person, they try to have it the green. But that was not very popular, and they tried to. For so many years, the other things never had happened. After that, before 10 or 15 years ago, the Japanese professor from Nagoya Institute, something, and he invented the yellow LED, light emitting diode, yellow. And what had happened, immediately they mix all the three, they have the white LED. This is one of the classic inventions. That one thing was for over 50 years. Another thing is for over 30 years ago. And another thing is 15 years. After 15 years only, that it is possible only we could be able to get the white LED, white light from combining all these things. That is the classic. Like this. These are all the small inventions, but it had a major impact, and the people have translated the science into technologies. Right? Like this, science is also moving in the right directions, and the technology is also taking in the directions. And the post-independence, we are free country. And the free country, we could be able to, we missed the two industries, industry 1 and 2, and we fortunately, we got the industry 3.0. Now we are also industry 4.0. Therefore, the science is translated into to the technology, and we are also very much in the industry 3.0 and also industry 4.0. Therefore, India is making very great success in industry 3.0, industry 4.0, and a lot of activities is happening, right? And the population is more, and it is very difficult to manage these populations, and we need more, and we need more. We need more. There is a lot of issues. Environmental issues is there. It is very difficult to manage the environment. Because the country like India, our problem is more, because the small countries, the environmental problem is less, whereas in the big country, the environmental problem is more. Therefore, this is also one of the challenging for India, and we try to make solve this industry, the environmental issues. Something the climate change, other thing is that it is everywhere. That it's we are not touching in that. That climate change is there, everywhere is there. The temperature is increasing. Therefore, the climatic pattern is changing. That it is harmful for the society. That it is whether we have the flooding or we don't have the raining. Like this is the biggest problem. Therefore, that is one issue. Another issue is also that is water, pure water. It is very difficult to get the pure water for our citizens because the more number of people are there. Therefore, it is very difficult to have the pure water. Therefore, our environmental, we are not talking about the climate, that it is the world issue, and we are also in the part of it. And whatever we want, we can do it. That's all. But these are all the problem associated with India. And for economy, the environmental issue is a major threat for us. And the waste material where we have stored and how to dispose it. Some of the toxic material is there. Suppose if the toxic material comes to the body, then it will create. And also that many of the diseases will spread there. Many of the diseases will spread there. And therefore, the quality of life becomes miserable. Therefore, environmental issue is a major threat for people in India. Therefore, that is also one of the challenging problems in India. And another thing, what about how to take it to the next level for the citizens? That for we have the science and we have the other things, we have the technology, therefore we are taking to the next level, right? But whereas the environmental issue is the major threat, we have to make science out of, we have to make some science and we have to take it technology also that is indigenous, then only we can survive. Otherwise, this issue is more and the other countries will not be much interested in our problem. Therefore, it is our challenge for this is also. Another thing, there is a good number of batteries. What other issues that is also challenging for other people also. We are making the energy crisis is more for Indians rather than in other places because our population, we need more energy. We have to feed the energy for the 1,300 million people. Therefore, this is more important. And people have been working on this energy sector for so many years. And you can see solar energy, batteries. These two areas are very important. The people have been working in all places. Indians also working in these two places. But here also, there is a limitations. Not only the limitation for Indians, not only the limitation for technologists and the Indian scientists. This is the limitation for all the people. For all the people, they could not make the much progress in the batteries, lithium-ion batteries, everything that it is known for 20 years. But it is the people have expected no need to have the electricity, the transmission electricity. We can have it lithium battery things for every street. That it is enough for like this. We have been the people have been talking like this for so many years. They could not achieve this, and this is one of the big challenges in the energy sector. That the energy sector, this lithium-ion battery is also one of the critical area for Indian science also. Another is the solar energy. Whether the solar energy is that much effective? Yes, solar energy is very good. And the conversion rate is more. Now the 25% of energy is converted into the solar the electricity. But what is the limit? Why the 25? We should have the material more than 25, 30, 40. Then it is more advantage for Indians. We should not have this much of space for the conversions. Therefore, this is also for the past 30, 35 years, we could not make much progress. We could not have this material for these solar panels. And this still we are relying on only the silicon materials, silicon material. That is toxic, and also the availability is also less. Therefore, this is still challenging. Therefore, these two areas, energy sector is a very crisis for all places, especially for Indians. This is very crucial and very challenging. The post-independence makes miserable things for energy crisis in India. Our taxpayers' money, much of our money is supposed to for the energy needs only, that we are more reliant on fossil fuels only, that will be available only for 40, 50 years. After that, it is a very difficult. We could not have the hydrocarbons as much as we like. Therefore, even if it is small countries, they can manage, but our big countries, it's very difficult. That is one of the gray area for our challenge. Even the atomic energy also, that we could not make much progress. There is also limitations for that. We have to spend a lot of money over that, and the disposal is very challenging. Therefore, that it is also that it's a big industry. Therefore, that is also there is a lot of limitations for the fuels. Therefore, these are all problem for Indian atomic energy also. Therefore, that is also going in the not very fast directions. Therefore, these are all the some challenges, challenges. Not only people in India, for scientists in all places, in all places that battery, lithium-ion batteries and other battery, everybody is doing it. And more scientists are entering it. Like the solar energy also, there is so many people are working on it. But these are all the challenges that we are facing. Especially this is a crucial for our Indian scientists, Indian people also. And we expect more in this area, and we should contribute more. But everybody is the world expected some breakthrough research in this area. But unfortunately, that it is not happening over the 30, 40 years. And it is slowly moving in the correct directions, not in the abrupt changes not happening in that. But we cannot predict when the abrupt change has happened, because like yellow LED, one time it will happen, even tomorrow also that it's an abrupt things that happen. And another one thing I will tell you, but we have been problem with the textiles, that is a dye. That is a very toxic material. Once if you are using the dye for the materials, yarns, then if you want to change the colors that we are using it, after that it becomes a problem. You can see the Tirupur is that much a problem. They try to solve the problem. They could not do it. Now they are sitting to Kadalur, but that also not possible. And some places they are sitting to Gujarat also. It becomes cost effective, that it is one of the biggest problem in India for the textiles. We are one of the best people in the textile sector, and we are exporting a lot of material to the other countries. But unfortunately, that dyeing is one of the biggest problem in the environmental issue, but it is also not taking very care. One of the friends said, why you are for making the colors and you can produce the colored cotton. Now all the cotton is only the white. We are having the white yarns from the white cotton. We have the white yarns. You make some plant like cotton plant with red cotton, and also you can make the yellow cotton like this. This is also good idea. Really, actually, that the gentleman said like a foolish idea like that. But it's a really good idea. No need to have using the coloring for the yarns. That automatically we can have the different colors from the cotton itself. Then we can use for the textiles. So that it's a wonderful idea. But it is not happening. But the people are also not making much progress on this. Maybe some people are thinking about it. It also make the other cotton. It is possible. We cannot say it is not possible. One of the things I will tell you, nobody expected that light can be amplified. Nobody get expected. But if you say light, we can amplify the light that the people will laugh on you, because we can make the amplification only for the electrical signal, not for the light. We cannot make that. The property itself, it's not like that. How can make the? But it is happen. That the science always comes from the very, very interesting way. Science will come from the very interesting way only. And therefore, that we can one day, we can expect, not necessary to have only the white cotton. We can have the different color cotton plants. And from that, we can have the different yarns directly, and no need go for the dyes also. These are all things also will happen in the future also. Therefore, some of the local issues is that these are all some local issues for our Indians. And some of the world issues is there. And we are also part of the world issues. Therefore, our scientists work for the local issues and also they're part of the other issues. And this is going in this is the way in which the post-independent science and technology happened in India. Another one thing that I will tell you, that colleges, universities should have the transformations. Now, how many percent of the people we have the skilled people? Only the 10% of our Indians are the skilled people. Whereas in Korea, we have the 80, 90 people are the percentage of the people are skilled. In Japan, 90% of the people are skilled. Even if you take any person, that person is skilled. Even if it is a mason skill, electrical man, electrical skill. But we are practicing traditionally, we are not making the skilled person. We are not making the skill. The person is not in the skill. But we can make the things, but we cannot be very sharp. We cannot be the best way. Therefore, that is also happening that in India, that the government of India and Tamil Nadu, they are making a lot of effort to make more people in the skill, to make the more people. The students, suppose in the university students or college students, at least they should have some skill. At least they should have either a translator or the good speaking English or best writing Tamil, like this. Anything you can make the person is a very skillful person. Once if they becomes our 10% skill, then it becomes the 50% skill in India. The people with the 50% skill, our product is very sharp, our product is very fine, and that our market is also super, then the people will appreciate Indian product. That's the reason government of India and other places, they want to have the more skilled persons. They try to increase the skilled person in India to maximum extent. Therefore, in all universities, they have started. Even I was by chance in the Periyar University, where we have started the skilled program, BSc Augmented Reality, Food Science, and Textiles, Apparel Design, and also the blockchain, digital marketing. Like this, we have started many of the skilled programs in this also. And this is also one of the area for our Indian science, and also it's very challenging. And these things are more important for us. And these are all the things that it is happened in the. Therefore, now the university and colleges, not only the teaching, it should be also makes the people more skilled person, and also they're more employable, and also the fundamental things that it is also there. For example, the person should know the culture of the country. The person should have the discipline in life. The person should have on all things. Therefore, our institution has more responsibilities. How to produce a skilled person, how to produce a more responsible person, how to produce a more culture-oriented person, like this. Therefore, once if you have a good people, automatically the good people makes the best country. No need to have no need to teach anything to them. That good people makes the best countries. That the collapse of education becomes the collapse of nation. There's a word that it comes from the Nelson Mandela, that it is very true Only if you are a skilled person, if your people are very knowledgeable persons, and then automatically the country will become one of the very important country, and they contribute to the world. And you can see that it is a very small country. How many philosophers? Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, and everywhere, the world, everywhere we are following their words only, philosophy only. Therefore, you see, such a small country, they can make the world impact. Therefore, the people are knowledgeable, the people are skilled person, and also the people should be a very disciplined persons. That is also very important. Without a discipline, that you cannot make the country is a good country. Therefore, it is our responsibility, all the institutions. And I know Annamalai University is one of the oldest universities. They have started from the ladies' college, Meenakshi College, and after that it becomes the university. And before it becomes the university, and that is the university. That's the place. Chidambaram is two things. One is Lord Nataraja, another is Annamalai University. And the people will know Annamalai University, Chidambaram, Lord Nataraja. Therefore, that much that Lord Nataraja, it has a lot of that we cannot have the importance of many years. But because of Annamalai University, the Chidambaram becomes very famous, and also produced very classic scientists. Produced very classic. Our former Vice Chancellor of Bharatiya University, Professor Marimuthu, was from Annamalai University. Our physics professor, C. Balas, was Annamalai University. Many of our professors from Annamalai University. And they had a MSc and they had a PhD in all these. And there is a great people have worked in the Silverton Sastri and Srinivas Sastri, like Professor Chandrasekhar, population studies. Like this, the big people were there, and the very great scientists have worked. And I want to say, the people who are in the Annamalai University, you are fortunate people that you had a very great heredity, and also you have a very, and your contribution is also very great. And I'm extremely happy to participate in this. And for the past more than 1 hour that I have shared the pre-independence science and technology in India and the post-independent science and technology in India. What are the challenges here, and why that challenges also, how we can make, that is, I suggested, my mind, I have some problems also. I told you, these are all the exciting, challenging areas is there that we have to work for that existing challenging areas. And also this is really, I'm very thankful to Professor Srinivasan and also Dean Nirmala Madam for giving me these opportunities. And also I congratulate the new Vice Chancellor, Professor R.M. Kadiresan is going to join the university. I think it is the preceders. I know Professor Manian is from Bharatiya University. Professor Murugesan is also my friend, and they have contributed nicely for the Annamalai universities. And Professor R.M. Kadiresan, he comes from the alma mater, therefore he also knows the university very well, and he will take the university to the next level. I wish all these university for the best of luck. I wish the participants, I thank one and all for giving me the opportunity. I thank for the participants for the passion sharing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That was an interesting and enlightening lecture by Dr. P. Kulaindavel, former Vice Chancellor, Periyar University, Salem. In his presentation, he has highlighted the development of science and technology since independence. So at the time of independence, what was the status of science and technology? In the middle, what was the development of science and technology? And now, to what extent the science and technology has developed? And he has pointed out that India is moving in the right direction. India is developing in all fields. And he has pointed out the problems that are existing in different sectors, like textiles, software, and regarding the problems in the environmental also. And in the post-independence, what is the status of science and technology? And 5 things, important things have happened in the post-independence. And what are the challenges we are facing? And how to overcome the challenges? So all those things have been very nicely presented by the Vice Chancellor. Thank you very much, sir, for your enriching and enlightening presentation.
Thank you. But somebody has they raised hands for the questions. Is there any questions?
Questions, sir. Sir, may I ask one clarification, sir? Sir, what is the role of science and technology in this? What is the role of science and technology in this pandemic, which we are experiencing now?
Yes. That's a very good question. Actually, I wrote an article for 4.5 years, one review article in the journal also, and another is in Dinamani also. I narrated how this Spanish flu comes, and after this, for so many years, 100 years, now we are COVID, and how this is, what is the challenges in the science. For the Spanish flu, they took a lot of years to have the vaccine. Whereas in the COVID, we could be able to make at least some vaccine, some confidence to the people within a year. That is the importance of the science now that what we have. Even though we don't have the correct exact medicines for it, but we could be able to control the COVID to a certain extent. And this is one of the best, but we should not say like that, but this is also one of the challenge for us. Whereas in the World War I and the World War II, there is so many sciences have changed. So many science have come. And so many technology they have developed for the surviving of the nation, for the supreme of the nations. Like this, the COVID is also very challenging for the scientists. Where we are missing, why we are not taking that much of, even if that in all countries they have a CDS, the Center for Disease Control, like that. In America they have a CDC, Center for Disease Control. A lot of CDC centers are there, and they will work for particular diseases. Whereas in our country, we have 10 is prevalent in all places, all districts, and chikungunya is prevalent in all places. Almost malaria is okay now, not that much. TB is there, but it is not that much alarming. But TB is also still there, and this is one area. COVID is also one of the area now, and these are all the open problems that it is associated with us. And these are all the some of the diseases or dengue or chikungunya. These are all the local problem. Therefore, this is a very challenging for our scientists, and this is a nice problem. And I'm not saying that immediately you find some solutions. You take 10 years. University will take 10 years. People will take 10 years. And try to find the solutions for it. At least try to find the solutions, or at least try to find reduce the problem, reduce the abnormality, or reduce the severity of these diseases also. Therefore, these are all the open problem. Now the COVID has made teach us very important challenges for all of our scientists. And fortunately that our science is in the electrons level, not only the atom level, it is in the electrons level. Therefore, our invention is more powerful, more quick, that we are making, still more we have to do it. Still more we have to do it. Therefore, it's a good lesson for all of us during the COVID time. And also other businesses, and how to substitute for one thing, other things. And these are all really, this teaches so many things. Now you don't know, after 2 or 3 years, you know what are the things that have teachers. We all know that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We always love to hear you speak. Such a wonderful lecture, sir.
Okay,
Without
thank
any
you.
paper and pencils, you always really are a wonderful speaker, and make us also, all the 450 participants were there from the when you started your lecture to the end.
Oh, thank you very much, madam. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, and we'll always keep in touch with you. Sir.
Okay, thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Dear participants, the next session starts at 3 o'clock, but you are all requested to join by 2:45. Vice Chancellor, Central University, will be making the presentation. Thank you very much.
The meeting will be more unusual meeting.
Feedback.
We will end the meeting by 5 minutes.
Please send your feedback within 5 minutes.